GIS Day 2, Networks Untangled. We're back at the AskResearch Cafe where over 70 of our analysts have been meeting clients all day. I'm joined by Fred Neumann, Chief Asia Economist, and Paul Mackel, Global Head of FX Research. Fred, we started the day with a standing room only session with Janet Yellen, former Treasury Secretary and Fed Chair. What was the key takeaways from that?
Well, it was a very candid discussion, actually, and of course the question is how much is the energy shock going to generate inflation in the US? But she suggested that perhaps there's still room even to cut interest rates. So that hints at her being more concerned about growth at this point than about inflation, and I think that's one of the key messages that she brought out.
And Paul, you hosted a session with the former Chief Economist of the IMF, Ken Rogoff. The title of the session was Our Dollar, Your Problem. What was the messaging there?
Well, there's two simple messages. One, the professor believes that the dollar is very overvalued and set to be falling over the coming years, potentially quite substantially. The second thing is when we ran a poll with the audience agreed with them.
So about these client meetings, you've been meeting lots of clients. What have clients been asking you?
Yeah, you might think it's all about Middle East conflict and the global energy shock, but actually a lot of clients are also asking about mainland China because it is one of the key growth drivers. It's actually a bit of an island of stability amid a lot of economies that are impacted in the region. And so what is in store for mainland China, how resilient will be consumption, what stimulus measures might we expect is still one of the key talking points at this conference.
And Paul, how are clients coping with this high level of FX volatility?
Well, it depends on your time horizon. If you're a short-term trader, you're tied to the headlines, which is no easy task. On the other hand, if you have a longer-term time horizon, like 1 to 5 years, it's presenting opportunities, in particular in emerging markets.
Paul and Fred, thank you for joining us today. Make sure you tune into Day 3 of Networks Untangled, where my colleague Aileen Van Dyne will be talking to Dara Ma, Head of Digital Assets Research, and Mark McDonald, Head of AI and Data Science Research.